Welcome back to the Budgeting Sisters. Come join me as I reset my purse ready for this new week, talk through last week's spending, and discuss a few updates that I have this week. So, first of all, we actually use some of our takeout fund. So, what I'm going to do, there's £5.70 left in there. So, what I'm going to do is leave the £5 in there, and then just put the rest in the change in there. So in my purse, let's start with the change. Right, so let's see if we've got anything else. So we've got nothing in gas, £5 in miscellaneous, nothing in grocery, nothing in expenses, and nothing in my car care. Yeah, I took my car for a car wash, so yep. So now while we've got the purse open, we'll restuff for week 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This week we've only got £30 for fuel. So, just make sure I do that one up. Fantastic. Right, that's the purse done. So, let's see what we've got today. So, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, £9 and 62. So I'll do these later. So I've got one of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those. So 1, 2. I've got 2 5s. And 50 pence. Lovely. Right, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, okay, so I want just a disclaimer quickly from last week. Because of me talking, I'm not paying attention to the activities that we were doing for the games. I actually put too much money in one of the envelopes, but long term it won't make any difference which envelope it goes into, obviously, because they're all quite useful things I'm saving for. So I think the one I put too much money in was the Lotus and Lily. Please excuse my cat who's decided he's going to come and join us. This one here is for May half term, so actually if we finish this one early, which we probably will, it's not a big thing, because obviously I can then swap it in for another one. So we're going to do this slightly different this week. We're not going to let the dice decide. 2 reasons. First of all, we've only got £9, and second of all, you'll see later on when we do the review of last week, there were lots of spending that shouldn't have happened, and so I have decided that this month, I'm starting now for the rest of the month, I'm going to do a no spend challenge. So I've gone through and I've worked out which ones I've spent on and which ones I haven't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to go into the no spend month. Okay. My no spend month, like most people, is things that are unbudgeted. rather than just generally no spending. And so the other £3, I'm going to do the scratch card. Because we haven't got long to the end of the month before we'll need it for eating out. Right, so let's go for this one. So that's £1. And then we'll go for this one, which is £1. And let's hope we get another £1. Let's see. Let's go for this one. Oh no, it's a £2. So I will owe £1. So let's see what I have in my collection of, just bear with me. These are from various people. So these ones at the front are from Rainy Day April and the Two B Sisters. See, and these ones here are ones that I've made myself. I don't think I've got another form of IOU. These ones here that I'm rummaging through are the budget, the rainbow budget plans with Natalie there. No, I think they're all savings, challenges and stickers. Yep, and trackers. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So if I write on there, oh, just sending everything flying, I do apologise. IOU, £1. And that'll be the first thing I do next week. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more on there to do. Okay, so that's the savings done. Right, so what I'd like to do next is just clear off my desk. So first of all, on TikTok, I've announced my current debt debt level, which was £23,126.30. I had a family member this week lovingly decided that the £10,000 that they loaned me last year has now been gifted to me. So that's £10,000 off my debt. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Not in regards to the fact that they've gifted me the money and they've written it off, but the fact that saving, getting out of debt, seeing those figures go down, knowing that you're working towards those figures, gives you a great feeling of accomplishment. And not having that, I feel a bit weird. So I'm not sure how I'm feeling mixed emotion wise on that one. But at the moment, and I'll give a shout out to Rainbow Budgets and Plans and Natalie, because I've copied her idea. I've thought I'd put a little her logo up the top so that everyone could see that that's my little way of disclaimer, that it's not my idea. So now our debt currently sits at £13,126.30. We're getting there. My husband is just about to go back to work. So hopefully we should have a full-time wage coming in for that. And so I'm then planning to crack on and get through this last bit of debt before before the end of the year, so that we can then start saving and start our other goals that I've got. My husband just goes along with my plans. Something different. So please bear with me. Right, I was hoping I could do this. It's not something I've done before, so I thought we would. I want to try and, rather than having paperwork, I thought I would try and do it this way and see whether this is a lot clearer for you to see. So we started the week 3 on £875 rolled over from the previous weeks. My husband should have got 2 weeks sick pay, statutory sick pay, but he only received £70. We had £116 go back to the bank, which £39 of that was the refund from the trainers from the week before, because they didn't turn up like they should have done. So that gave us an income of 1,061. So we had the yearly insurance, which I'd already paid into the bank on a previous week, and that came to £113.43. My council tax bill should have come out on the 6th of the month and didn't, so that's now come out. And my energy provider has gone into administration stroke liquidation, and so because of this, I have paid them as a bank transfer in this particular week. Fuel, we budgeted £60 and it was £60. Grocery, we budgeted for £70 and we actually spent £55.96. Nothing on household. The personal care, we did have £9, and I decided to buy some face masks for me and my nieces to try out the other Saturday, because obviously my budget runs from Friday to Thursday, so it was almost a week ago, leaving us £1 in the bank account. Nothing on pet food. If I can scroll down. No, just bear with me. Oh, this is all very new to me. I haven't tried this before. Oh, that's even better. So pet food, we didn't spend anything. Childcare, we didn't spend anything. General miscellaneous, I spent £4 on a new water bottle for 3.75, so £1's gone into the savings challenges, and I've rolled over the £5. Car costs, I did get my car washed in the end, so there was £1.45 left over. Nothing in travel, nothing in visits. Now, as I said earlier on in the video, we had some overspending, so I spent £57.17 on hobby stuff for the family. We had to buy another pair of trainers for my husband's job, and then we then dipped into the eating out sinking fund. And what I've done is it came to £16.30, as you saw previously in the video. We've kept fiver in there. And then what I didn't realise was that I had some yearly subscriptions that I hadn't budgeted for, that I didn't realise. So because of this, our variable spending was overspent by £81.81. We put £9.61 into saving challenges, and then I've paid the additional £100 to the energy to try and clear off a bit more of the debt. So we started off with £1,061. Our fixed bills were £474.58. Our variable bills were £246.81. Our savings envelopes were £9.61. Debt payment was £100. That leaves us with £230 in the bank. So moving into week 4. So we're starting off with £230. We're getting £772 for universal credit, and then £500 to go back to bank, leaving us that will be a income of 1,502. I've started putting at the beginning of the week what the opening balances are, because it's with the overspending on the week before, I found it very difficult to try and get it to balance. So it's a lot. I found it a lot easier if I know where the money originally started from. Okay, so for fixed bills, we've got phone contract and rent, which comes to £1,367. Fuel, we've budgeted £60, £30 each. Grocery, we've budgeted for £70. Household, nothing. We still got the pound in personal. Pet food, nothing. Childcare, nothing. General miscellaneous is £5. Car costs is nothing. Travel's nothing. Visits, nothing. There is still obviously that £5 for eating out, but as it's a sinking fund and not a monthly variable, I thought I'd leave that where it is. So we've got no plans for debt payment and no plans for savings envelopes for this week. I have decided that whereas before I was my budget was being done on a month to, so the last day of the month to the second last day of the month, because of my main pay, because of the job that my husband's doing and my second job, um, they get paid 28 days, every 28 days on a Friday. And obviously child benefit is done every 28 days on a Monday. I feel that that would be a lot easier to understand where our budget's going, rather than, so it will always be a 4-week period, rather than trying to do monthly, which some months can be 4.5 or 5 weeks, and that I'm finding quite confusing, and I have struggled this month because of it. And hopefully this will be a better way of managing my money. But obviously we'll give it a go for fully for May. Excuse me, and then we'll see how it goes. Right. Thank you very much for your time and joining me. If you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, and sharing this video, that would be great. Bye.